This is a severe weather alert from CW33.
Large tornadoes smacked the Metroplex. They developed this afternoon from East Fort Worth all the way out to Forney. Right now, we're taking a look at the tornado as it goes through Lancaster, and it formed in Forney over here. You're looking at Forney. Twisters throughout the Metroplex. Let's go right now to Chief Meteorologist Rebecca Miller as we take a look at this Forney tornado that we have on YouTube that was devastating.
Yeah, and this touchdown in just a couple more minutes.
Rebecca Miller had all of the early warnings starting early this afternoon. She said they were going to come in fast and furious at 1 o'clock. She gave us the warnings. Now we're getting our first look at some of the damage throughout the Metroplex. Right now, CW33's Charles Bassett joins us live in Arlington with the latest on the damage out there. Charles, what a day.
It has been a day, Walt. Back to you.
Thank you, Charles. And now Don Tongish joins us live from Lancaster, where semis, big rigs, 18-wheelers were tossed around like toys in a child's temper tantrum, and just phone poles just snapped. She joined us live with the latest over there. Don, what can you show us?
Don Tongish, CW33 News.
I can't imagine what they went through with that huge debris field. And now over in Arlington again, CW33's Doug Magdich joins us live. He's in Arlington right now, but he spent the time in Oldfield Village, a community out there that got hit hard. Doug, what can you tell us? All right, Doug, from Arlington to Forney to Lancaster, Giselle Phelps is standing by where a community was hit hard. She has the latest for us out there. Giselle.
Yeah, some of the families. News.
All right, Giselle, teams of twisters devastated the Metroplex today. We'll have more on that, talk about the flights out of DFW and Love Field, and more when we come back.
This is a severe weather alert from CW33.
Chief Meteorologist Rebecca Miller joins us now with the latest on the severe weather alert that we're dealing with throughout the Metroplex as tornadoes have touched down through our area.
Several tornadoes. Well, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, we want to show you the video out of Lancaster of that tornado that was bearing down. It picked up 18-wheelers, and it looked like it was tossing them about 150 feet in the air as it moved through the area. It was very frantic, very chaotic, as these twisters this one twister in Lancaster seemed to stay on the ground for a long time. A lot of people rolling video. Some people looked like they were trying to get in harm's way to get pictures. Others looked like they were at a safe distance back, as you see here. But because this twister was bearing down, along with twisters in Arlington, we had a twister in Forney, there was a report in Irving. Take a look at that. Look at the power and the cone shape of that twister from Lancaster as it just moved through the Metroplex. Giselle Phelps is in a community right now that was hit hard by this twister you're watching right now on your screen, and it devastated homes, skipped over others. Right now the community is trying to come together and pick up the pieces. She has the latest out there. Giselle? All right, Giselle, from Lancaster to Arlington, a tornado touched down just south of the ballpark at Arlington, and this is video taken by Rangers catcher Mike Napoli as the winds were whipping through the ballpark at Arlington. The Rangers players were actually yucking it up as this happened, kind of freaking out a little bit. Some were laughing, but this was taken by Mike Napoli on his cell phone in Arlington. Right now we want to go to Charles Bassett, who is standing by live in Arlington with more on the damage there. Charles.
Back to you.
All right, we have more to talk about, especially in Forney and at DFW Airport, coming up next.
This is a severe weather alert from CW33.
Severe weather blew through the Metroplex. Right now you are looking at a tornado in Forney. That tornado took a direct hit and hit North High School. Students were inside the high school at the time. They were taking cover, and luckily there were no injuries. But look at the massive power of that tornado and the power as it takes it down from the clouds onto the ground. That tornado also ripped off the roof at Crosby Elementary School. A lot of damage in Forney tonight, and they're going to be picking up the pieces for a long time out there. Also, we're getting new video from Kennedale. A tornado is being that we got on YouTube as well. Take a look at that. These seem to be very big throughout the Metroplex, and there were several of them that dropped through the sky. That is Kennedale right now. Also, Lancaster took a direct hit for it seemed like a long time as a tornado was on the ground. And CW33's Don Tongish joined us live with more on what it was like for people out there. Don. The early warning was key, and if destruction had an address, it would be in North Texas tonight. The Red Cross is fanning out throughout North Texas, trying to set up temporary shelters for the places hardest hit, like Forney, Lancaster, Arlington, and some places in Irving got hit as well. Also, the Salvation Army is dispatching their soup kitchens or their portable meal places so people can get a hot meal tonight. We'll have more on the destruction coming up next on CW 33 News at 5.
This is CW 33 News at 9.
It's right over there. Look at that.
This is a scene from Forney today, one of the hardest hit areas in a day of tornadoes in North Texas.
And scenes like this were repeated across the area.
Tornadoes hit across the Metroplex today. If you weren't personally affected, chances are you know someone who was.
Here's another video out of Forney. You can see just how incredibly fast and big this tornado is. It's one of many videos North Texans shot today and either sent us directly or posted on YouTube. And the worst damage at this point appears to be in Forney, just east of Dallas. CW 33's Daniel Novak spent the afternoon and evening in Forney, and he's there to show us the damage. Understand there's a curfew in place right now, Daniel.
Yeah, the Novak, CW 33 News.
There is more damage in Forney tonight at a school. A lot of people were worried about the children. This was the scene at Crosby Elementary School. You can see the damage to the roof and the sides of the buildings. The storm tossed cars around the buildings as well. Crosby Elementary will be closed tomorrow, but the school district tells us the rest of the schools in Forney will be open. Arlington Mayor Robert Cluck issued a state of disaster for the city following reports of heavy tornado damage. Arlington City Hall was evacuated around 2:30 this afternoon. Now here's some incredible video that we found on YouTube of the tornado as it bounced down in Arlington. You can see the clouds just swirling around, so surreal. User Wes Stevens uploaded this video. He notes he had to pull over to keep from being blown away. Other drivers had to pull off the side of the road as well. An Arlington storm chaser captured this footage for us. The emergency sirens went off at about 1:30 this afternoon. City leaders tell us they have seen at least 7 injuries, and one of those injuries is critical. Damage was reported at about 150 homes tonight, ranging from debris in the yard to severe damage. CW 33's Charles Bassett has been covering the damage and has been looking at the homes in Homestead this afternoon in Arlington, and the damage behind you is just looks so severe.
Well, Walt, if you were at 33 News.
Chief Meteorologist Rebecca Miller warned us of the potential of dangerous storms all day today.
And she was on the air before the storm started and then when the storms hit, and it was most severe. Rebecca, we were talking, we have never seen severe weather like this in all the years we've been covering it.
Really, we have guests coming up.
And the Texas Rangers were right in the middle of it. Catcher Mike Napoli has some incredible video to share as well.
That and more coverage of the North Texas tornadoes coming up.
Whoa!